Hi everyone, I'm Kate. I am an English teacher here on Verbling, and I'm from the United States. Today's class is for beginners, and it's a reading class. So essentially, we will be reading an article, a news article, learning some new vocabulary from this article, and then opening up the class for discussion. It will just be talking about the article and sharing our opinions. This is one of many classes available on Verbling. For those of you who are new to the website, Verbling offers language classes from native teachers across the world, 24 hours a day. Right? So whether you're living in China or in South America or in Europe, you can find classes at a good time for you in whatever language you want to learn. All right, so welcome to those of you who are here already. Let's see, Ciao and Matteo, it's nice to have you back. Good to see you again.
Hi.
Hi. And Morris, hello.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Great, so Morris, I'm Kate. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Italy.
From Italy, okay. So you and Matteo are both in Italy, right?
Oh,
Ciao.
ciao, Matteo.
Hi.
Ciao. Ciao.
Okay. Good. Hi. And let's see, Morris, tell me, how long have you been studying English?
This is not many times. I'm studying 3 years at the secondary school, but I don't remember what I've been studying.
Okay, no problem. Okay. So you studied in secondary school, but it was a while ago.
Oh,
And how long have you been using Verbling?
it's the second lesson.
Your second lesson. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy
My
to
second
have
lesson.
you here.
Thanks.
Okay. So today's article that we're going to read is a news article. It's a news article. Okay? And we have another classmate, Luis.
Hi, teacher. How are you?
Hi. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. Thank you for asking.
Good. Luis, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Brazil.
From Brazil. Okay. Very cool.
Thank you.
All right. So before we read the article, which is, again, it's a news article, and the subject of the news article is actually the news, right? So it's a news article about the news and how it is reported in a specific country. Okay, and you'll find out more in a minute. But first, I want to ask all of you, do you read the news or watch the news?
I read the news in Chinese.
You read the news in Chinese? Ah, okay, ciao. Sorry, I thought it was Morris speaking, and I was saying, wow, an Italian who speaks Chinese. No. Okay, so ciao, you read the news in Chinese. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Actually, I try read news in English language in another word. I like, Wall Street Journal.
Okay, you like reading the Wall Street Journal. Awesome. Okay, and does anyone else read the news?
Sometimes I read the news in English, the online news.
Okay, good. But I'm talking about the news in your country. Do you like, in general, in your country, do you like to read and watch the news?
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Usually I read this here each morning. I read the news
Each
and
morning.
watch the news on TV.
Great. And Matteo, what about you?
And in Italy, I prefer reading news, respect watch the TV,
Okay.
because I don't like the Italian TV.
Oh, okay. So you prefer to read the news in Italian. Okay, good. And Luis, what about you?
I am used to read the news on newspaper and on TV every day.
Okay, so everyone keeps up with the news. That's good. So today we're going to talk about the news in North Korea. Okay, so in a different country, right? And so the headline, the name of the article is North Korea leader unhappy with weather forecast. Okay, so just from this title, what do you think today's news article will be about?
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
I think the leader is not happy,
Yeah.
but with weather forecasts.
Okay. Right.
But North Korea leader, who is the leader?
So the leader of North Korea, the politician, right?
Ah, the politician, the president. Ah, okay.
Not a president, right? They call him the great leader, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Unhappy.
he's not elected. He's not elected. Okay, and he's unhappy. Okay, Anas, hi.
Hi again.
Wait, tell me again, is it Anas? How do you say your name?
It's correct, Anas.
That's correct? Okay, good. So I just shared the title of the news article we're going to read. North Korea leader unhappy with weather forecasts. So
Okay.
I will send you a link to the article.
Okay.
All right, so everyone open this link, please.
It's a PDF.
Okay.
It's a PDF.
Let me download it.
Okay,
I have.
great. Can everyone see this?
Yes.
Good. All right. So, so this is the article, right? In the left column, we have the article. How about we read the article out loud, right? So we can practice speaking and pronunciation. And then after we read the article out loud, we'll discuss some of the vocabulary, some ideas from the article, right? So I can hear your opinions. Okay, so I will read the first sentence so you can hear how I pronounce things. And then you can just take turns reading a few sentences from the article. Okay, so I will start. All right, so North Korea's leader, Kim Jong-un, is unhappy with the weather forecasts in his country. Okay, and let's see, Jesus?
Hey, teacher.
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
Good.
Thank you.
Good timing. We just started reading. So you have the link to the article in the Verbling box.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, and we're going to take turns reading out loud. Okay, Anas, can you read for me?
From the beginning or?
From the second sentence.
Okay. He was angry with the meteorological department for giving incorrect forecasts. It is very unusual for a North Korean leader to be sorry. It is very unusual for a North Korean leader to be negative about any part of the government.
Okay, good. Thank you. Great.
Welcome.
Chao, can you read a
Hi.
few more sentences?
Okay. Mr. Kim was visiting one of his country's weather stations when he made the comments. He said the techniques used to predict the weather were wrong. He told forecasters to use more modern equipment.
Okay,
He
good.
told reporters. Okay.
I'm going to stop you there so everyone can read. But very good.
Okay.
Jesus, do you see where we are?
No, teacher.
So we are at the end of the first paragraph, the second to last sentence, where it says, he told reporters. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines up from the bottom of the first paragraph. He told reporters.
Okay, 5.
Okay, can you read?
No.
Okay, that's okay. So
Okay.
no problem. Luis, can you read for me?
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
He told
Oh,
which
sorry.
one? Luis? For Brazil?
Jesus, I thought you said you didn't see where we were.
I am.
It's okay. So just listen, and then you can read in the next paragraph. Okay? So just listen for now. Okay, Luis.
Okay.
Yep. He told reporters it was important to protect people's lives, homes, and factories. North Korea has many natural disasters and has many famines, so it is necessary to have accurate weather forecasts.
Great. Okay, one thing. It's not feminist, it's famines.
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 Great.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So no problem.
What means famines?
Famines, it means when there is no food. When there is no food and everyone is hungry.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. So let's see. Mateo, can you read a few sentences, please?
Okay, I'm ready. Sorry, Morris, close the mic. North Korean people regularly suffer from very bad food shortage. There are many droughts and foods, which mean many people do not have enough food to eat.
Good. Okay, Morris?
Yes, a moment. In May, the country's newspapers said North Korea was hit by one of the worst droughts in over 30 years.
Good. Continue.
This has increased the chance of more food shortages. In the mid-1990s, there was a very bad famine.
Okay, great. Jesus,
Yes.
where we are?
Now, yes.
Okay, good. So Wikipedia?
Wikipedia says no one knows how many people died of starvation, but says the number is between
240,000?
240,000 and
3,500,000.
Okay.
Repeat, 3,500,000.
3,500,000.
Excellent. Okay, continue.
North Korea needs a lot of food aid from other countries. Many people would die if they did not get this help.
Continue.
However, a lot of this food does not reach the people who need it the most.
Okay, very good. So one thing, the word D-I-E, so died of starvation, and would die, it's pronounced die, right? Not D, die. And it means, what does it mean?
Mean.
What does it mean? The significance of the word is?
Death.
Lost the life.
Yeah, when
Lost
you're
the life.
no, when you're not alive, you are dead. You die.
Dead.
Okay. All right. Good. So there should be some words and phrases in this article that you do not know. So I want you to take 4 or 5 minutes and reread the article and write down any words or phrases that you do not know or that you find confusing. Okay, and then we will talk about them.
Sorry, Kate. You find come?
Find-
Repeat the word.
Which word?
You said you find
That you find confusing.
confusing. Okay.
Confusing.
Sentences and words for me confused. For
Yes.
me.
Yes.
Okay.
So go back, read the article again by yourself, and write down any words or sentences that you do not understand or that you think are confusing.
Okay. Now I understand.
Great. And let me know, tell me when you have finished reading so I have an idea of when to begin reviewing.
And finish.
You're finished? Okay.
Finish. Finish too.
Finished also? Okay. Okay. So let's start to review some of the questions you may have. Okay, so Chao, you already wrote down one word.
Yes, that word I don't know.
Okay.
I just look up in the dictionary.
Okay. Yeah, it essentially means weather related. So related to weather.
Okay.
Okay. Good. And so this is in the second sentence. He was angry with the meteorological department for giving incorrect forecasts. So he was angry with the people who research the weather, essentially, who would say, okay, tomorrow it will be sunny, the next day it will be raining, etc. Okay, and have you heard the word weatherman?
Yes.
And so what is a weatherman?
The weather forecast in the TV.
Good, yeah,
In
the
TV
person,
show.
the person on TV who is telling you the weather. A fancy
Yeah.
word, a formal word for a weatherman is a meteorologist, right? And that comes from, so these words are related, right? Meteorological and meteorologist. Okay. So, other questions?
And in the sentence, North Korean people regularly suffer. Suffer. What does it mean, suffer?
Suffer is when something really hurts you, right?
Sorry?
So when you
Who?
suffer,
Yeah?
you have a problem. You have a
Ah,
problem that causes pain,
okay.
right? So when you suffer, you can suffer from an accident, right? Or you can suffer from a disease.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay. In this case, suffer is bad food shortage.
Yeah.
Shortage, it's um smaller, uh,
Yeah, it's a small amount.
little bit.
Yeah, a shortage is when something is lacking, when we are missing something. So when there is not enough food for
Okay.
everyone, there is a food shortage.
Okay.
Obviously, it comes from the adjective short, which means small.
Okay, shorts. Okay, small. Yeah.
Short, shortage. Okay, great. Good questions. Other words or phrases?
What's about droughts and floods?
Okay, great questions. A drought is when there is no rain for a long time.
Mhm.
And a
And
flood
floods?
is the opposite, right? It's when there's too much rain.
Droughts.
So
Okay.
essentially, they have this extreme climate where it goes from droughts, which means everything is dry, nothing can grow, right? To floods, which is when it rains
Opposite.
way too much, and that's also dangerous.
Okay.
Okay, good questions.
Uh, and in the word mid 1990,
Mid
it's a
1990s.
it's a here 1990 middle.
Yes, good. So that's
In the
saying,
middle here. Okay.
so like 1995, 1996, right in the middle of the decade. So we
Okay,
call that the
middle.
mid 1990s. So we're talking
But in
about,
this, but in this case, it's a middle 90 year and middle doesn't mean um,
it means,
not middle 1990. No.
no. Oh, good question. No, it means, so when we say the 1990s with an S, that means
Uh-huh.
we're talking about the decade. So from 1990 to
Decade.
1990,
Okay.
right? And so
In this case, mid is 1985.
1995, yeah. So around,
85.
but it's an approximate, like so around the years 1995 to 1996, right? The years
Okay.
in the middle of
Okay.
that. Good. Okay, good question.
Okay.
Okay, other words and phrases that were new.
Starvation.
Starvation. Good. So starvation is the noun, right? The verb is to starve. If you starve, it means that you do not have food, right? You cannot eat. And starvation is the noun. That means there is a problem where a lot of people are starving. A lot of people do not have food.
So it is due to famines.
Sorry?
It becomes from famines.
Yeah, it's like
It
from
is the
famine.
consequence.
Yeah, so there are synonyms, right? Yeah, starvation is caused by famine. Famine causes starvation.
Okay.
Okay, good. Very good. Other questions? Okay, I have some questions for you, and feel free to keep asking if you think of anything else. Okay, but let's see, I'm just going to look through. So the third sentence, when it says, it is very unusual for a North Korean leader to be negative about any part of the government. What does this sentence mean? What are they saying?
It means that always the leader of North Korea says good things and a compliment about his government.
Great. Yeah, very good. So, so therefore, what does unusual mean?
Unusual. It doesn't often happen.
Yeah,
Not
it's
common.
uncommon, right? It doesn't often happen. It's uncommon. Good. Okay.
Usually, here said usually the leader is happy. In this case, is unhappy.
He's unhappy. Great.
Yes.
Okay.
In
Good.
this case.
Excellent. And another question: what is a weather station?
Equipment that collect information about the weather.
Not that's a weatherman.
No, equipment.
Equipment. Okay.
Equipment
Okay.
installed
Almost.
in a particular land in your country that collect information about rain,
Okay.
wind, and the others, and
Okay.
make a report that is
Good.
forecast.
Good. So the weather station is the place where they would have that equipment. Right? It's the place where the weathermen, sorry, use this equipment to figure out or to predict the weather. Good. Okay. And then what does it mean to predict something? To predict.
Predict
Knowing
the
what's gonna
future.
happen.
The future.
Yeah, it's guessing about the future, what the future will be like. Okay, great. Okay, a forecaster is another synonym for a weatherman, right? So in this sentence, he told forecasters to use more modern equipment. A forecaster just means the same thing as a weatherman. Okay. What about in the last sentence? The word accurate? 2 words.
And of specifical, detailed information.
Excellent. Yeah,
Precise.
accurate, specific,
Precise.
exact, scientific, perfect. And a natural disaster?
Disaster made by nature.
Yeah. So what's an example of a
Floods,
natural disaster?
floods,
Earthquakes.
landslides,
Hurricane, tornado.
Tornado, hurricane, flood, a drought. Okay. Great.
landslides.
A landslide. Good. Okay.
Flood.
Drought.
A flood and a drought. Very good.
Flood.
Okay. All right. And now, looking down at the bottom of the second paragraph, it says North Korea needs a lot of food aid from other countries. My question is, what is aid?
Help.
Help. Exactly. Yeah. Aid is help. Great. And what's the problem? What's the problem with the aid that they get from other countries?
They are insufficient.
It's insufficient. Okay, good. And one other problem. There's one other problem. If you look in the last
Or
sentence.
it is rich the wrong people, or maybe the people who's not in need.
People are not able to reach the food.
Yeah, so some people who are very hungry, but maybe live far away from cities, right? They might live in very remote or rural areas. They do not receive this aid. Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, Omar, hi. You've just joined us. Omar?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. And you?
Good. Great. Okay, so have you been following along with the class?
No, unfortunately, I just joined.
Okay, that's okay. So, I just posted the link to the article in the Verbling box. Do you see it?
Oh, can you post the link in the Google chat, please?
Sure. Okay, here it is. So, Omar, why don't you read the article? We're going to review a few things, and then while we do that, you can read the article, and then at the end, you can rejoin us for the discussion. Okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. So go ahead and read the article now. Okay. So for the rest of the class, do you have any other questions about anything in the article that we've read?
No, you know.
Okay. Good. So I want to see if you understood this as well as it seems. It seems like all of you understand this article very well, but I want to check. So if you look on the right side of the page, there is a true or false section. A section that says true, false. I want everyone to read these statements on your own, so by yourself. Take 3 or 4 minutes and try to do this activity. So read these sentences and decide whether you think they are true or false. I want you to do this by yourself first, and then we will discuss them.
Okay.
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 Okay. Done.
All right. So let's review this. It's okay if you're not quite finished. We will talk about them together. So who would like to do letter A?
Let me have a try.
Okay? Go ahead, Chao.
North Korea is trying to change the weather his country gets. False.
False, right? And also that's a typo. It should say the weather its country gets. But yes, it's false. Great. Okay, letter B.
I
Can
can.
someone, okay?
North Korean leaders rarely talk badly about government departments. It's true.
Good. And how do you know that it's true?
Because rarely equals to unusual, we can
Excellent.
say.
Perfect. Yeah, rarely is a synonym for unusually. Excellent. Good. Okay, letter C.
Kim Young told weather forecasters to update their equipment is true.
True. Great. And where did you find evidence that this is true?
When in the article said Kim Young coming disaster your people, okay, for the famine and for eliminate this disaster, he think update the equipment forecasting weather is
Great.
better.
Good. Yeah. So it says he told forecasters to use more modern equipment, right? And so exactly, when you update something, you make it more modern, right?
Okay.
Good. Excellent. Okay, letter D.
Can I try? The leaders say accurate forecasts would save lives. For me, it's true.
Okay.
It's true. It's true.
Okay. Yeah.
Because,
Why do you say it's true?
because the reporters it was important to protect the homes and the people's lives and the factories too.
And so what is the relationship between protecting people's lives, homes, and factories and the weather reports?
Because if I know before the disaster, I can save some people's lives.
Yeah, very good. Very good, Morris. Excellent. Good. So that's the connection, right? If they know in advance that
Okay.
disasters are coming, they can protect themselves. Great.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, very good. Okay, letter E. Who can do letter E?
I can.
Okay, go ahead, Anas.
It is very rare for North Koreans to have food shortages. It is false.
It's false, right? Rare means what?
Like we said, unusual or very
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yeah, and so in fact it's quite common, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's common for them to have food shortages. Right, very good.
Okay.
Letter F.
Let me try.
Go ahead.
A recent drought in North Korea was among the worst in 3 decades. It's true.
It's true. Okay. How do you know?
The news said the country's newspaper said North Korea was hit by one of the worst droughts in over 30 years. 30 years means 3 decades.
Excellent, right? Because a decade is 10 years, so 3 decades.
Yeah.
Perfect. Good, Chow. 2 more. Let's see. Letter G. We can do letter G.
The exact, okay, I try.
Yeah, go
The
ahead.
exact number of dead in a famine in the,
Exact number.
sorry?
The exact number.
Exact number of dead in a famine in the 1990s was 3.5 million. Is
3.5?
4.5 million. It's a false
It's false. Okay, great.
because it's not 3.5 million. It's between 250,000 and 3,050,000.
Yeah, okay, good. So it's not exact, right? It's a range. We have in
It's
between
a
this.
range, okay.
And, yeah. Okay, great. And the last one, letter H.
I can.
Okay, Anas?
Every country has stopped food aid to North Korea. It is certainly false
It's false.
because in the paragraph, North Korea needs a lot of food aid from other countries. Many people, I'm not sure about it.
No, you're right. Yeah, because it says many people.
They get some, okay, they get some aid, but it is not always reach the people in need.
Exactly, yeah. So they get aid, but what the article is saying that it's simply not enough, right? So even though it helps a lot of people, some people would die without it, it's still not enough. Okay, great. Any questions about this? Okay. So before our discussion, I just want to review this vocabulary quickly. So if you look just below, there's an activity called synonym match. Let's just do this together. Okay? So number 1, what does it mean to be unhappy? What's a synonym for unhappy?
Displeased.
Displeased. Excellent. So you see that number 1 goes with letter D. Unhappy is displeased. Good. What's a synonym for incorrect?
Wrong.
Wrong. Very good. So 2 is G. Wrong. A synonym for techniques.
Methods.
Methods. Great. Very good. So 3 is B. A synonym for predict.
Forecast.
Yeah.
Likelihood.
Forecast.
Forecast.
Is forecast. Because, and the way you know this is to predict is a verb. And to forecast is also a verb. It can be a noun, right? The weather forecast. But in this case, it's a verb, to forecast. So to predict is to forecast. Good. Number 5, necessary.
Needed.
Needed.
Needed. Good. Letter J. Number 6, regularly.
Often.
A.
Often.
Often. Good. Number 7, hit.
Badly affected.
Badly affected.
Yeah, so when something is hit by a natural disaster, in this case, it means it's badly affected by a natural disaster. Great. Number 8, chances.
Likelihood.
Likelihood.
Okay. Yeah, likelihood. Likelihood. Good. So letter F. Number 9, aid.
Help.
Help.
Help. Right, letter H. We talked about this. And the last one, number 10, reach.
Get to.
Get to.
Great.
Get to.
Get to is a phrasal verb, right? And it means the same thing as reach. To get to is less formal than to reach. But both are correct. All right, any questions about anything we've talked about so far?
No.
No. Okay, so let's talk about this article. So, does anyone have a comment about this article? Anything they would like to share right away?
I think it's very unlucky for North Korea people. I think
It's unlikely.
unlucky, and
Yeah,
it's a pity.
it's a pity. Yeah, it's a shame. Okay.
Mm.
All right. Do all of you know a lot about North Korea? Or does anyone know a lot about North Korea and what the government is like?
I know some of part of it.
Okay.
Because North Korea is close to China, North Korea, and the political thing, some of the political part is same. They call them communists.
Yeah.
Communism.
So it's a communist country, yeah?
Yeah, but in Korea, in North Korea, people's freedom is limited.
It's very limited.
Yeah, and many of them want to escape from North Korea to China or to South Korea. And when they got catch, when they escape, when they got capped, they will be in jail.
Yeah, they go to jail. Yeah, absolutely. Right, and even worse, they go to concentration camps, right, where they're punished, supposedly.
What's the meaning?
So a concentration camp is like in World War II.
Oh.
Like, right, so in Germany, if people committed war crimes, they would put people in concentration camps, in labor camps.
Concentration.
Yeah. Concentration.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so
I never been in North Korea, but after I read this article, I think never going in North Korea. I don't like.
And in fact, it's actually, Chao, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it can be quite difficult to travel. You can't really go to North Korea, right? It's a closed state.
I think you can travel to North Korea.
You can travel, but probably only to Pyongyang, to the main city, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think about this type of government? Or
it's not good.
You don't think it's good? Okay. But you said it's similar to China, no?
What?
Didn't you say that there were some similarities?
Yes.
But only very basic ones?
Yes. The basic ones is same. China has some open economics, but not very open. But China's politics is not very I don't know the words. Democrat. Democrat. Yes, it's not Democrat, I think.
Okay. But there are some important differences, right?
Yes, it has differences. China's economics is good. It's better than North Korea. Very much better.
Yeah, much better. Yeah. Okay, good. Interesting insight. Okay, so in this article, we read that food shortages are a big problem in North Korea. In your countries, have there ever been shortages of anything? or in whoever. So in China, Italy. Anas, where are you from again?
I'm from Syria.
If we have the same problem,
No, sorry. In your
Ye-
country, if there are ever shortages of any kind.
Yes, these days because of the
No.
war which we are facing, there are a lot of shortages in diesel, in
Okay.
food, in a lot of life aspects.
In a lot of aspects. So food. What else?
It's the fuel or diesel or you know the
Fuel and
what
gasoline.
makes cars move.
Yeah. So fuel, diesel, things like that. Okay. Yeah. So that's a big problem.
in
Yes,
Italy,
okay.
Okay. And in Italy?
in the last years, we have more problem with the forecast. No, sorry, forecast with the floods,
Floods.
Oh,
floods. Okay, and the government should spend more money for a big a big building for preserve this problem. But now it's a problem time with the crisis in Europe.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have money for this big opera.
Okay. Good. So you're saying there are not really shortages, but there are natural disasters, right? And so you're
Natural disaster, yeah.
yeah. So you've had floods. Chao and Anas, are there natural disasters in your countries?
yes, because China's land is very big, and so it disasters happens some part of them,
Mm-hmm.
and the it has earthquakes, floods, and in some area, yes.
Okay. So
And
that's
I think China's shortage has had many shortages. Has
yeah. There are shortages.
many people in the poor area couldn't get education very good.
Oh, okay.
They,
So there are
yeah,
education shortages. Interesting.
and some of them maybe lack of waters or lack of food.
Lack of water and lack of food.
Mm.
And is this, so you're saying this is mostly in rural areas or urban areas?
I don't know what's the meaning.
So rural, so an urban area is like a city.
City. Oh yeah, it's
Rural.
rural.
So this happens in rural areas. So like
Yes,
farms and things like that?
yes.
Okay, got it. Okay. So Morris, rural is the opposite of urban.
Okay, yeah, yes, I understand.
Got it now? Okay, great. Okay, good.
Clear.
Okay, good. So another question. So in the article, they say the number of people who died is in between, let's see, 240,000 and 3.5 million. So this is a very big range, right? This is a very big difference. Why do you think that they don't know a more exact number?
Because Wikipedia is not an official font.
Okay, so you think
I think North Korea and not communicate the news, right news,
Mhm.
The real news,
the
the
real
real
news.
number.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
good. So you think it might be a problem that since it's such a closed country?
It's a closed country. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right, other thoughts? No, so everyone agrees it's more of a press issue
Yes.
or a news issue. Okay, interesting. All right, so we have a few minutes left. Are there any other comments about this article? Anything you would like to share? What do you think of this problem? And do you think there is a solution?
I have no
I have a
idea.
solution. I have a solution.
Okay.
Change leader. Change leader.
Okay. Change leader. Is this feasible? Is this possible?
I don't think it's possible
You don't think
for
it's
now, because
No.
the career leaders is just son. His son will be the leader, and his grandson will be the leader, and the son and the son and the son. It's not good. It's not modern.
Okay, it's not modern, you're saying. Okay.
Yeah.
I think is it impossible change never leader political in North Korean, and because the whole people have a mind. I don't know. Say the word.
You're saying that
Not open mind, okay? It's a closed mind because in
Yeah.
your country, not read, not watch the TV, not information, nothing.
okay.
Yeah.
So you
The
think that
people have a closed mind, okay?
they're closed-minded.
Yes. I can correct you something. In North Korea, they have TV, they have television, but they just can receive the government's channels, not others.
But
Other channels are forbidden.
they're forbidden, but sometimes people smuggle them in, right? Sometimes people still watch them. I
Yeah.
have read. I'm not sure.
Mm.
I don't know. It's interesting. Okay, yeah. Any last comments? No. Okay.
No.
Well, we're running out of time.
Okay.
Thank you all for staying around and for participating in the discussion. It was very interesting to hear your ideas, and especially Chao. It was great to have you here, since you seem to know a lot about the subject. So thank you all for your input. If you have any remaining questions, or a couple of days from now you think of something and you want to ask me, you can always send me a message on Verbling, and I'm happy to help.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, otherwise, have a great day, and I hope to see you all very soon.
Okay.
Okay.
See you next time.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Nice to
Bye.
meet you. Thank you. Bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye.
I'm at